Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I am the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available now in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. I am also the author of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, exploring your 7 energy centers with mindfulness, yoga, and Ayurveda. And for the months of January and February 2020, if you buy and read and leave a review for this book, Chakra Healing, email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com and I will gift you an Audible copy of Twin Flame Romance. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below, click on that bell, scroll up to all notifications, hit that all notifications button, and give the video a thumbs up. Today, we're going to talk about the strangest thing in a twin flame journey. There are a lot of really, really strange things in the twin flame journey. I'm sure you're well aware, but this, by far, is the strangest thing. It's very, very weird. Let me tell you this. You may not have reached this point yet. However, some of you have reached this point, and I know because on Monday night when I had the live stream, some of you were asking this very specific question about this very, very, very strange thing that happens in the twin flame journey. No, I'm not talking about the crazy things like telepathic sex and a 5D communication. No, I'm talking about something totally different and 100% unexpected. It's really strange. So if this is your journey, if you are on a twin flame journey, you know the intensity of this twin flame journey. You know exactly how intense this crazy ride actually is. The feelings that you feel for your twin flame, divine masculine or divine feminine, is something like you've never felt before. It's beyond reason. It doesn't make sense. The obsession that comes along with it just totally doesn't make sense. Even if you're a reasonable person, even if you're a person who's been in normal relationships with normal feelings, maybe those feelings were intense, but not obsessive really, for many of you, right? And there's this other weird stuff that keeps happening, like lucid dreaming or dreaming with real conversations about your twin flame, with your twin flame in that dream, or divine messages coming to you, or 5D communication with your twin. This incessant thinking about your twin flame that never, ever, ever leaves your thoughts. It's really strange because you could be going about your day, but when you're in a twin flame connection, your twin flame literally never leaves your thoughts. It's crazy. And you know this if you're in a twin flame connection. And then there is the happenings, or what I call them happenstances or coincidences or synchronicities, where you run into your twin, or you run into people who know your twin, or you guys text each other at the same time, or there's just these weird happenings that are beyond explanation. And all of these signs and happenstances come together to really make this crazy twin flame connection kind of an unpredictable but predictable ride in some ways. In the beginning, it's really unpredictable. But then later, as time goes on and you have these intense feelings, and we talk about a lot of them in the 14 signs that you're in a twin flame connection. And some of them are like that unexplainable crying, or the purging of emotions, or the resurfacing of past relationships or childhood wounds. It's the ascension symptoms that happen. There are so many things on this journey that happen. But the strangest thing is that you will wake up one day and you won't feel a thing. You'll feel unconditional love for your twin. Of course you will. That's your person. That's the person who has your soul inside of their body, and you have their soul inside of your body. So of course you have unconditional love for them, but the weird thing is that you will reach a point in your journey during which everything will stop. The dreaming will stop. The obsession will stop. The feelings will stop. It's just crazy. And it can leave you really feeling deeply that, oh my God, was this just made up in my head? Was this just some kind of cosmic joke? Is this for real? Why don't I feel anything? Why can't I feel my twin? Why can't I hear them anymore? Why can't I see them if you're clairvoyant anymore? Why am I not knowing what's going on with them? What is happening here? It's very strange because while it took you a long time to get used to the crazy ride that is the twin flame connection and the obsession and the constant thinking about them and the feelings and the intensity, all of a sudden it stops, and it stops completely. Now the good news is it's a good sign. It's a sign that you have healed. It's a sign that you have released the obsession. And it's likely to be a sign that your twin flame, usually divine masculine, I'm not going to say that's steadfast, but usually it's the divine masculine that is still kind of working on stuff, but the universe, God, spirit, needs you to release completely. So the universe will release you from the connection so that your twin can continue to work on their stuff by themselves without your interference. So it's really fascinating and interesting because when this happened to me, now it happened on a couple different occasions, but when this happened to me at first, it's kind of like I just woke up one day and I was just like, what the heck? Because my twin and I used to have daily conversations in the 5th dimension, and I used to dream about him all the time, and it was just insanity. But when it stopped, I was like, what happened? And I felt fine. There was no obsession. There was no crying. There was nothing. Just nothing. No dreaming about him. Absolutely nothing. And at first, I did get worried, but I remembered hearing one little snippet in one YouTube video about a year ago. That it was just one little phrase. It wasn't even part of the entirety of the video. It was just one little phrase. And the one little phrase, I think it was in one of the readings, but the one little phrase was, have you noticed that all of a sudden you've stopped feeling your twin flame and you're thinking, is this some kind of joke? Is this really for real? And I remembered that phrase from like a year ago, so that when it happened to me, I realized, oh, this means that our journey is almost complete, meaning that separation is nearly done. And for me, it was kind of a sigh of relief. And it does feel very releasing, and it feels uplifting to not have that obsession anymore. And it doesn't mean that, like I said, it does not mean that you still don't love them. It does not mean that you don't have unconditional love for your twin. It does not mean that you don't want to be with them. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means that you've healed, and that's a good sign. You've healed and you're feeling good about yourself, and you're standing on your own 2 feet, and you're not in this purging of give and take, because the awakening to the twin flame journey is purging you of your wounds and past connections. So you're ready for your twin, but it's doing this simultaneously to your twin as well. I truly believe that the simultaneous connection where there's the obsession and the craziness, as long as it stays together, and I'm getting angel bumps, so I know this is the case, as long as there's still healing to go on both sides, then the obsession's going to be there. The lucid dreaming is going to be there. The telepathic communication in the 5D is going to consistently be there. The coincidences, the bumping into each other, it's consistently going to be there. And it's just gonna like be nonstop. It's gonna just keep going because the universe is helping both of you guys purge what needs to be purged as far as wounds go. And there's always one twin who is slightly ahead of the other twin in this journey. It's usually the divine feminine. And therefore, it makes sense that the divine feminine would stop feeling the connection first until the divine masculine is done growing, is done with their purging, is done with their healing. Because if they were together in this 5D connection, or the dreaming and the obsession was still there, it would happen that somehow the twin who's already healed would be pulling a little bit more at the twin who is not completely healed yet, and it really wouldn't be to their benefit. So the universe, God, spirit, just releases the first twin to heal completely from the connection, so that the second one, the counterpart, can heal too, but separately from the first twin who has already healed. And so while it feels very strange, it's going to feel weird, it's going to feel like, wait, did I just make all this up? Like, it's truly going to feel like that. It's going to feel like, did I really, like, I must have imagined everything. Because how could I have such an intense connection and now it's gone? It just doesn't make sense. But I can tell you this, it doesn't mean that the connection's gone. It means that the intensity of the connection and what needed to be learned in the separation state is just done on your part. If you are the one that feels the release, it's done on your part. You're just kind of going about your life, moving forward, living your life, and waiting for your twin to just catch up with you. So it's a good thing, even though it's the strangest thing about this connection. It's so bizarre and weird. So let me tell you this inversely. If you haven't yet had that release, then it's probably not time for reunion yet for you. The release comes months before reunion, or days before reunion, or weeks before reunion, just depending on who you are and who your twin is and how much work they have left to do. So it's if you've had that release where you don't feel your twin at all anymore, then just know that reunion is actually imminent. It's kind of just around the corner, even though it really doesn't feel like it. It feels like, wait, what? So I hope this helps for some of you, because again, I know some of you on this YouTube channel actually mentioned that during the live stream. So here I am answering your question. I hope this helps. Just stay true to who you are, guys. Keep going. You're doing fine. Just know that the obsession does end. And we're gonna actually address another video about the twin flame obsession, that piece of it. So again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel below, hit the bell for notifications, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sharing this video with other twin flames. Thank you for pledging your support on Patreon or buying a book or 2 or 3. We do the private party podcast every month for a pledge of $10 or more per month. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin, and I will see you in the next video.